seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, guys, it's time for some good old Dota 2. It's Nigma Galaxy versus Falcons, MENA versus
10
somewhat
seconds
MENA
remaining.
in the Blast Slam Dota 2 tournament. My name
5
is Vivek. I'm going to
seconds
be taking you to
remaining.
the broadcast, and I'm also going to be hoping that my audio is okay. Uh, just tweaking the audio for now. Sounds decent, but if you guys in chat have any issues, do let me know. Let's quickly run through the draft. Alchemist, very much a first phase ban, and yeah, I think there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Of late, Nigma have been picking up a lot more stuns, and this is something to do definitely with Kuroki sitting outside the team and watching as a coach and recognizing that, hey guys, we need stuns. Like the lineups that I've been drafting in the past don't really make sense. I definitely do need stuns for the team to win without me. And generally in Dota, you want to have stuns. But yeah, IO Abaddon, it's become quite a popular combination. The IO is often picked when the Abaddon is a core, not so much when the Abaddon is a support. And looking at Io Ricky, it's pretty obvious that this Abaddon will be run in a core role, although the flex potential is still there. But right now it looks like a safe lane Magnus and Abaddon in the off lane, who's also going to benefit from that empower. And yeah, just Ricky doing Ricky things, moving around the map, getting vision, getting that early diffuser blade. At least that's what Saksa likes to do. So yeah, reasonable draft coming up from Nigma so far. And if you look over at Falcons, they've got two chonky heroes in the form of the Dragon Knight and the Bristleback. Lich, just the support of the season with the Shard especially, and Hoodwink, who's a very good support, but isn't getting as much play as she once would. Uh, yeah, it should be a fun game, and I'm just looking at the remainder of the drafts. There's a Lycan ban coming out from Falcons. Makes sense. Lycan, I mean,
10
can really
seconds
buff
remaining.
up the Abaddon, and the Abaddon just runs at you with Wolf Bite, with the Ags.
5
The
seconds
bans from
remaining.
Nigma, though, are not that straightforward. I mean, the Dawnbreaker, okay. The Bounty Hunter, sure, because maybe you want Ricky to have an easier time. The Monkey King makes sense because he would definitely excel in a matchup versus either the Magnus or the Abaddon, just bullies any melee hero in lane. So, certain heroes being protected here from Nigma, but at the same time, they're not stopping Falcons from having nearly anything and everything that they would like. Uh, what Falcons need right now
10
is
seconds
a hero
remaining.
for the mid lane. If they want some tempo, if they want to
5
play
seconds
a
remaining.
faster mid game, excuse me, they could look towards the Tiny. That could be one option. Just get early levels and go around causing havoc. It's also good to have a Tiny if the Tiny and the Hoodwink can pair up and burst the IO and remove him from fights altogether. Falcons have banned out the Lina, and now Nigma, assuming that there could be a Tiny or an yeah, sorry, I was going to say or an Invoker, but the Invoker's already been banned out. So, yep, I feel Tiny makes sense. Kunkka is not bad, but really don't see Malrine playing too much. Kunkka doesn't really come across as a Malrine. But yeah, the X, the Torrent, uh, the board as well. I don't know. Uh, at least if you had to consider the Primal Beast as an option.
Pick.
Okay, this was my next pick, guys. I swear this was my next pick. Okay, getting a little feedback about the FPS. I think it should be okay now. Uh, sorry, I was just all tapping between my windows. But yeah, Nigma, they're going to close that draft with the puck. It is
10 seconds
something
remaining.
that Sumail has played every now and then, but you do not see it all that
5
often.
seconds remaining.
It's nice. It's going to really allow Nigma to have a hero that can jump onto the Lich and the Hoodwink, cause issues for these two supports that really like to stay in the backline. All Falcons need is something that can go even at mid. So, Tiny, A option, Ember, an option, Storm. Storm versus Puck has historically been Puck favored, but I'm looking at Tiny Ember or Quap here. This is a no-brainer, although I lean more towards the Tiny and the Ember. It's just easier and better to have some stuns. Doesn't feel like a good Storm game in hindsight because you've got the Ricky with the smoke screen, you've also got the Puck with the coil. It would be a hard game for Storm or Ember. So Tiny, leaning more towards something melee and tanky. Malrine does like the Timber Saw, but yeah, he's got a whole lot of options to choose from, and or rather, he's got a whole lot of options to let Snake King choose from. And it's going to be the Naga Siren. So I was completely off the mark, as it's a mid Dragon Knight for Malrine. Just quickly check. Yeah, it is a mid Dragon Knight, and Skidder will be going to the safe lane with the Naga Siren. So 3 cores who were completely okay with having a game that's slow and a game where they just keep farming. 3 cores who don't really lose their lanes versus Noob on the off lane, who's been a bit hit and miss with the Magnus. Sumail, who does well no matter what. And yeah, just looking at these scores, I feel like Falcon, if they go unchecked for the first 15 to 18 minutes, if they haven't really lost too much on the map, if they still have a couple of tier 2 or even all the tier 3 towers, or they've lost one tier 3 tower. I think Falcons can win this game. I'm leaning towards the Falcons draft here. It's a pretty strong draft coming out from them. And yeah, Nigma, they've had many a tournament, they've had many a comeback. Everybody wants to see Miracle and Sumail do well, but they come close, but not close enough. So I'm just going to be a bit skeptical about Nigma's chances. Maybe they can pull it off, maybe not. Have to wait and watch. I think Skitter's going to be okay. Like, I really don't see him being threatened too much. I think he's going to be fine. I mean, even if Nigma does, make the standard rotation around the 10 minutes each creep or the 8-minute power rune with the puck, take away Skitter's tier 1 tower, I think Skitter's just going to keep on farming as he's done many a time in the past on the Naga Siren. Crit will try and play off Amar. I think the problematic lane that Nigma have to be aware of is this Bristleback Hoodwink lane. There's a lot of potential to suddenly burst down a support or a core in that lane. So everybody's going to be running into lane with sticks, of course, especially versus a Bristleback Hoodwink. Lich Naga should be fine again. And in the mid lane, there is a very slim chance for Sumail to outplay Moldreen, and this really happens at the early levels if Moldreen makes some sort of a mistake. But yeah, it remains to be seen. Sumail really has to poke hard at Moldreen to get a kill, and that's the best you can do in that lane. Also, Falcons are on the Radiant, so they have. I think they should be fine with the Dragon Knight having easy access to that camp. I think we had a pause in game. And we should be good to go. I'm just trying to fix a couple of video settings. Okay. For some reason we have a pause in the game and we haven't loaded in, and now I can hear them unpausing and pausing again. Sorry folks, for those of you just tuning in, this is game 1 between Falcons and Enigma, and both teams have decided to call for a pause. I'm guessing there are some issues at the venue. They should be resolved quickly, and yeah, we should be ready to jump into this game very soon. Falcons versus Nigma, game 1 of 1. Can Nigma prove everybody wrong and make the comeback that Sumail, Miracle and all their fans have been hoping for? Or is this just going to be another game when Nigma do well early on and then don't get much accomplished afterwards? We have to wait and watch. As usual, Amar will begin with the tips, and for now it seems as if the Falcons lineup is going towards the top rune to try and contest it. Crit is leading the way. He's got himself a blood grenade as well as the boots And he places an early observer just so that if they get the chance, they're going to try and contest Ghost at this rune.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, and you can see Falcons. They are trying to loop around and try and punish the Abaddon. Should happen soon, but unfortunately we've got another pause. A little bit of friendly banter as once upon a time. Yeah. Okay, so this is Nigma with a small change in their lineup. They have Ghost now playing for them. If I'm not mistaken, Ghost did play in a Chinese team earlier. I could be completely wrong. Do feel free to correct me. But I have seen them play for a while. Anyway, Falcons, level 1. Are they going to commit for the wraparound onto the Abaddon? Or is it something else? For now, Molreen did walk up to check if this observer ward had been planted. And he did get a little bit of information that, well, there could be an observer, it could just be noob standing there. Anyhow, Nigma, they've smoked. And they're moving in search of a kill. Somar with the shield. He's got himself a blood grenade as well. Amar further south is managing to get away from this. He's broken the smoke. And all said and done, neither Nigma nor Falcons really get too much accomplished. Molreen checking for the ward. I think he's pinged it out correctly. Towards the river. Quick Akon shot. Bounces around. Omar's dropping a little bit low. He's got to be careful. Amar holds his ground, but does not get that bounty rune. It's actually Ghost who right clicks quicker. And with that, it's an even exchange of bounty runes for Falcons as well as Nigma. Noob will be heading to the off lane on the Magnus. And he's had quite a few shaky games. I mean, supporters of Nigma were just hoping that he'd be a little bit more consistent in general, and when he's consistent and when he just gets the basics right, he does tend to do pretty well for his team, and his team tends to win. Ghost and GH in the top lane. It is a new duo, so Nigma will definitely take a little bit of time to settle in. I've heard that they have scrimmed a bit together, but it still does take a little bit of time. Snaking's courier getting sniped. Damn. Skitter. I mean, he's been forced to pull the lane, and I really have no idea how to explain this. A lot of courier snipes going on in the top lane as Ghost loses his courier as well. And first blood is down button. It's the Lich being caught out of position. He ends up dying. Jeez. I was expecting Amar as well as Crit to really kind of push GH out of lane, but they haven't managed to do so just yet. Mid lane seems to be rather peaceful. It's Sumail versus Molreen. No one really getting too much done just yet. And if you look at the CS department, they're pretty even. Molreen just has a couple of more denies to his name. Up top, Ghost. Gotta be careful. Crit does have a blood grenade, but GH is there, and that could spray. Nearly bought down Ghost. Got himself a full magic wand. He did come to lane with that magic wand, so he's gonna be A-okay for now. Omar. He's got enough region to work with. The overcharge there from GH, and feel like GH really wants to pull back this lane, and he's finally going to get an opportunity to do so. Is Crit going to try and contest it? Nope. Ghost is going to hold off Crit for now. Well, the camp off to the side. Amar wants to contest. He's got to respect the passive, especially with the overcharge. Got 7 wand charges, but yeah, just gonna try and farm up as much as possible. 14 CS, Amar's off to a good start. Ghost will try and pressure him. And not gonna commit though for the healing Lotus. peaceful game, and I think Falcons, they're going to be happy with this peaceful game in general. Mid lane, Molreen. Okay. It's going to be okay for now. But for a moment, it did look as if Sumail could possibly force something out of him. Crit has got himself the Healing Lotus. With the Healing Lotus and the Blood Grenade, there is potential to try and look for a kill on the IO. But Ghost just keeps zoning out Amar here, and they might even get the kill. Blood Grenade committed. G8 sets up for a kill onto the Bristleback. Enigma Galaxy starting to turn up the pressure in their safe lane. Might be a strange possibility here for Amar to actually get kicked out of the lane. He shows up and he's told Crit that, man, you've got to man up and do something about the Tab IO, and Crit is going to try and address that. The Bushwhack is there, but the wand charges are aplenty for Ghost. It's just going to force out a lot of mana from Crit and Amar and just go back to farming. Oh, look at this. Ghost to 30. Has the shield and the overcharge, but there's the Bushwhack. This is a way dense back and forth on the top lane, but nobody's going to die just yet. Everybody's sitting really, really low in terms of HP. Down bottom, snaking, like a little bit of pressure, but I think at the end of it all, as long as Skitter's finding the farm he needs, he's not too bothered. The CS difference isn't too much. Mid lane, slowly, bit by bit, we're starting to see a small gap between the mid laners. Up top, Amar, he's got a bit too far forward. He's got the Healing Lotus, shows his back, but doesn't quite kill Ghost just yet. That's Amar. I was going to say he might have had to make a base trip, but he's got a salve. Maybe with this salve, him and Crit have a chance to go again. It's a trade of regen up top. But for now, it is Nigma with a small lead on the kill, in the kill department. Top lane is a lane we have to keep watching. A sudden set of quill sprays and an Aegon shot, and any hero's burst, and even Pimp Knuckle will not find that kill on camera. Noob got himself a bracer, level 4. Quickly turning over to net worth. It is Molreen leading the net worth department. Sumail struggling a fair bit here. And 6-minute power up rune. This is what we like to see from Nigma. Rotate for the rune, bring everyone there, commit the coil, kill the Dragon Knight, but can they even do that? Omar is dropping low and Molreen is just manning up. Eventually though, the Dragon Knight will painfully slowly fall, and Nigma did also lose their Magnus in the off lane. So Falcons, they get active elsewhere on the map, get themselves a kill on the kill feed, on the scoreboard. And now they're looking towards Amar. Oh, Ghost, he hits and he hits hard. Amar just being slowed to a crawl here. He's got 3 wand charges and a Healing Lotus, and he's not going to bother. He knows he's done for. This is really concerning. I mean, it almost feels as if Amar might just have to give up on going back into this lane ever again. And Crit kind of knows that he's just moving for the Wisdom Rune. This is a bit too YOLO. He's gonna die. He's not gonna get the rune. And Sumail managed to steal the enemy Wisdom Rune. This is just a terrible start for the Falcons. Oh boy. I don't think Nigma Galaxy could have asked for anything more. Amar is only level 4 Ghost, inching closer and closer to his level 6. Technically, GH is level 5, and now Omar rotates towards the top lane. They want this Bristleback. The tricks of the trade are there. They'll commit the coil. They should get Amar yet again, the man who tips. Well, his bad manners have been punished, and Nigma Galaxy have really focused on shutting down this off-lane Bristleback.
Radiant's
mid lane. I mean, Maldrin trying his best to just apply pressure elsewhere on the map, but Falcons have lost their off-lane tower, which is really not a good start at all. I mean, this Abaddon pick is working wonders for the side of Enigma Galaxy. Ghost. Well, he's also going to move into the enemy Ancients and take away the Ancient camp from Amar. I really have no idea how Amar and Enigma Galaxy, excuse me, how Amar and Team Falcons actually recover. This offlane has gone terribly bad for them. These stacks are being built up, but if by any chance Enigma Galaxy do come to contest them and they get those stacks, I think Amar is done for. It's all going to boil down to Maldrin to just hold on for dear life for Team Falcons in the mid game. Well, at least for now, Amar has the creep wave close to a star, at least farming in the safest manner possible. Mid lane, I do hear a coil, and there's a relocate. Multiple heroes being bought to deal with this Maldrin Dragon Knight and Ghost. Well, Ghost, he's closed the gap. He's pounding away on Maldrin, but just by himself it's not enough. I do hear Noob with the skewer, they find crit. They bring down the Hoodwink, and now maybe Ghost wanted to hang around and try and deal with Maldrin, but he's moved up top where he's applying pressure on Amar. Amar, for now, very close to the tower, has that bonus HP and armor. It's going to be okay. Mid lane, Maldrin being poked at and holding his ground, and also dishing out the deeps back to the Rikimaru. Amar in the trees though is eventually going to be bought down a fourth time. 4 deaths on Amar, 10 minutes in. It's not been a good day for him so far. This is a really rough start for the Bristleback. I mean, this is the kind of start which your teammates would flame you for. There's no other simple way to put it. Omar's gonna help Sumail refill his bottle, and now they'll try and go to Maldrin. The orb didn't quite connect there. Sumail a bit too premature with the orb and wasn't close enough for it to overlap onto the Dragon Knight and jaunt away at the same time. A 3000 net worth advantage for the boys over at Enigma Galaxy, and Ghost is now going to just run down crit under the tower. This Abaddon is causing problems, and Falcons, they haven't managed to address it. 202 sitting at the top of the net worth charts. Ghost is having the time of his life, and now he's going to try and contest the stack. He's got the borrow time, so he should heal, but the Sinister Gaze ensures that Ghost doesn't get any HP back. But GH, good old GH there with the relocate. Are the rest of Enigma going to try and help this IO? Omar has made his way there. There is a sentry. You might have seen him. Crit. Oh, crit. Crit hung around a bit too much, and he might be punished for this. Sumail there with the orb. Crit is dead. Enigma Galaxy can contest the stack if they want to. But it feels as if they want to first try and take this tower. What's going on? I hear RP. RP committed. They find Maldrin. They skewer him around. He's looking for the TP, but he's going nowhere. Maldrin dead, and now they turn towards snaking. This is Enigma Galaxy really playing at a pace that Falcons are just not able to keep up with, and Sumail chasing for more will get snaking as well. An unstoppable spree for Sumail so far. I have not seen this Enigma Dota lineup play like this in what seems to be forever. This is the best version of Enigma I've ever seen since DI7? Is that a thing? Anyway, happy days for Enigma fans, and I know Insania and SVG. Let me just correct myself. Insania has always been an Enigma fan, and well, I think him, Cap, and SVG have definitely a lot to talk about in their next podcast. For now, though, they're going to go on to the Bristleback. Amar, his 5th death. Ouch. This is just painful. 13-1? Come on. Look, I'll be honest with you. I expected a couple of early kills. I expected Amar to maybe have 1-2 deaths at worst. But this is a complete and total shutdown. Amar is the core with the lowest net worth amongst The 6 goes in the game, and it's not often you see that. One thing I always noticed, or rather recognized about Amar, is that he rarely loses his lane, and he's lost his lane really badly in this game. Amar and 33 are just those two offlaners that, you know, they stay steady, they keep farming. Okay, maybe they're not getting exceptional farm in the lane, but they're kind of consistent. They rarely go 0-6. Just checking, it is 0-6, right? It's 0-5, but same thing. Potato, potato. Because the 6 is coming. Omar is trying to set up for it. Crit is there, and I think they had vision on the Ricky model. The pushback and the sharpshooter. Well, the sharpshooter wasn't even needed. They'll find the Ricky. Does Ghost want to commit though? He's being pulled in with the Sinister Gaze. He's coming through from G8, but there's the vicious lazy Goo slowing down Ghost. He's got himself in a Photic Shield. He managed to get the dispel, and he'll run for dear life. Chain Frost committed. He's got the borrow time. Doesn't heal up too much. Moldrine wants to deal with G8 first, and he will poke at the IO, but the bushwhack's on a Ghost. No borrow time. Ghost is wanting to be careful, but Noob's there with the RP, and it's an RP just to zone them all out as Sumail dies elsewhere. The mech coming through from GH, everything at the kitchen sink to keep this Abaddon alive. The bushwhack clips the IO, and there comes Kidder with one right click and a little bit of help from Crit. They'll find Ghost as well as GH. Finally, Team Falcons punch back with some much needed kills. Sumail lost his entire streak, and Ghost finally got punished for diving and beating the living daylights out of Omar. Oh, Omar though, this is... I mean... Okay, yeah. I thought Omar was going to get away with that, but Noob says nope. Shockwaves Omar and gets the kill. A little bit of presence from Team Falcons in this top lane as they want to try and take this tier 1 tower. Ghost is holding his ground. Skidder doesn't really do all that much damage. Goes for a moment. Does get bamboozled with all those illusions that he's not really going to try and find and hunt down the Naga Siren. But all said and done, Team Falcons, they haven't found a single tier 1 tower, and that's the really painful part of this game, because they want... I'm gonna hold on because Sumail, he's solo killing Crit. He's got himself the Witchblade, snaking to throw his body forward, but Omar's here, and there's GH with the mech as well. Noob ensures that Crit dies, and the Chain Frost doesn't do all that much, as Sumail will manage to kill snaking. The bounces are good, but there's nobody else to clean up. 2 crucial kills for the side of Enigma Galaxy, as they will take away Skidder's safe lane tower. Falcons, 16 minutes in, have lost all their tier 1 towers and haven't found a single objective on the map. Moldrine knows that he has to fight. He's got himself a Blink Dagger so he can get active early. Maybe play with the Hoodwink and try and set up and look for kills. Which honestly, I feel they should be doing a bit more. Skidder's got himself the Manta style, so that's good news if you are a supporter of Team Falcons, because he's off to a good start. He's going to have the Orchid really soon, and then life gets difficult for GH on the side. But until then, Ghost and GH will just keep pushing for objective after objective. Omar cutting in from the west, looks towards Crit, tries to initiate as well with the Blood Grenade. He hasn't got himself full defusal. Sumail breaks the combo there with the silence and the coil, but they do not get the Hoodwink. In fact, Crit turns around with the sharpshooter and brings down the Ricky. Omar punished for his indiscretions. All said and done though, Enigma do take down a tier 2 tower. More map control for them, while Skidder tries to offset this by cutting creeps and just positioning his illusions behind tier 2 towers and doing his level best to actually keep their creeps and keep Enigma occupied on their side of the map. Noob has got himself his Blink Dagger. He's had it for a while, but he hasn't really been using it that much. He hasn't really had to. There was that one RP which thought would help keep Ghost alive, but yep, it was just an RP and nothing more. Omar's got himself the complete diffuser blade. Now this is when things get scary. You've lost all tier 1 towers. There is a Ricky hunting. He's got the inhibit. Can slow you down, can burn your mana. And I think he sees Skidder. Uh-oh. He hasn't quite made the distinction as to which one's the real Naga Siren. Now he's getting a bit of an idea. He just walked into a sentry though, that's the problem. The Ricky hunting walked straight into Skitter's trap as Snaking was there, and with the Orchid they find an easy kill onto the Ricky. Ghost moves into the enemy jungle, starts farming those tier 2 neutral items, gets himself the Iron Talon. Sumail elsewhere though does spot Crit, and Crit dropped the ADOS, but it didn't matter. Double damage rune as well as a shockwave from Noob, and they've taken care of the Hoodwink. Ghost and GH running angrily through the enemy jungle. What do they find? I mean, their position has been given away because of an illusion, and no, Omar once again on a fact-finding mission finds out that the only fact is, hey, just stick with me. Maureen now making steady and slow progress towards his Orchid. It's going to be a bit of a bother with these many Orchids. Amar, he's finding time to catch up, and it's like Noob knows that he has to deal with this. They have the RP, but they don't need to commit it. They'll get the kill without the RP, and they might find one poor ancient Granite Golem. That's about it. They are pinging out the enemy, what do you call it? The circle in a square, the weird-ass Rubik's Cube. Yep. The Tormentor. Sorry. Ghost was, is considering the 20-minute Tormentor. Until then, they also know, and they have a sense that Snake Egg and Skitter are farming in this part of the map. Omar's a bit too afraid to go there alone. And I think they saw Crit at their sentry. Is that what happened? GH. Spirit did take a hit, but not from Skitter. Ghost gets the D-ward. It seems as if Nigma are really telegraphing this play at the Dominator. This could be a problem. Maureen goes in, finds GH, stuns up the IO, might just end up falling, and he's quickly bursted down by snaking it Crit. Crit lining up that bushwhack as well as the sharpshooter, does a little bit of damage. They lose GH, but Falcons, they've lost both their supports. There comes Skitter, but there's the RP. The Naga held in place. Ghost dropping low. Amar as well as Crit are doing all the work. And now the lost Noob as well. Sumail wants to turn, has the Waning Rift, and with the RP does enough to find the Naga Siren. And now Omar running for dear life, wanting to tricks of the trade onto the low ground, but he will not be allowed to. Moldrine gets a double kill. It's a weird fight because Crit did buyback for Falcons to hold on at that fight. So essentially, 3 for 4 is, well, how you would measure it. But yeah, Nigma, you've got to be careful. If any one of the supports, and in this case it was GH, gets nuked down rather quickly by snaking along with Moldrine and Crit, the rest of the fight seems to be quite easy for Team Falcons. If they get rid of the IO, things start to fall in place, and that's what Moldrine has been doing. Blinking onto the IO and beating the living crap out of GH with the magical damage that his supports provided. Ghost has now got himself a Harpoon. Harpoon along with the Manta style means, I mean, he can just lock onto any support, heck, nearly any core, and just bring them down. He's building in towards the Silver Edge. It's not an item you see too often. Who gets the shard here? I mean, it's the Ricky or the IO. So it's the IO shard. We're taking a look at Overcharge grants slow resistance. Spell lifesteal. And now share spell lifesteal? Okay. This is interesting. I didn't know what the IO shard is. I guess it's interesting. What spells does he lifesteal from? Like, how does this work? Is it just his spirits? I have to get back to that because Moldrine jumped in on his Sumail and the Orchid's there, the Fox going nowhere. Oh, Umar, what a man. Thanks the sharpshooter, allows Sheehan to come in with the mech, and now Nigma Galaxy can turn. They haven't quite caught anyone. Crit on the high ground, looking to TP. Oh, Sumail doesn't see him. Sumail, tunnel vision, was looking towards Noob. And Noob committed the RP, but Didn't get anything for it. In fact, it felt like he missed because Skitter's there with the BM dips.
Dire's structures
Anyway, that's an RP traded for a song. And I think the good news for Enigma Galaxy is that Sumail didn't end up dying in that fight.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Enigma, they're gonna move to the rod pit. Try and apply pressure in multiple parts of the map because Sumail up top there with the coil with help from GH. They find Amar. And at the same time, Ghost is working away at Roshan. This is good stuff coming out from Enigma Galaxy. Sure, they lost a couple of tier 1 towers finally, but they're getting the ages. Now, one thing I want to point out about Enigma is that I've seen them in this position many a time. Where they take tier 1 towers, where they play perfectly good Dota, where they get the first ages, their core, their +1 has a good start, but after all of this, around the 40-minute mark, they usually somehow tend to lose the game. Okay, this time though, for starters, they'll definitely kill Snake. And the overcharge is there. Yeah, that just makes it so much more easier for Sumail. Moldrine blinks away with a haste rune. There's nothing Omar can do to really stop him there. Sumail is scaling rather well. He's gonna do a quick item check. Yep, there's a complete Plasma. You got the Harpoon, Blink BKB on Noob. And on the other side, the 2 Orchids. And what does Amar have? Amar's completed the Axe. 2, 8, and 4. Amar, with as many deaths as crit, has definitely had a rough start in this game, but things can turn. He's got the one item that he needs at this stage that can have an impact. Having said that, though, Enigma do not give a damn. They're just going to move from objective to objective, take away as many tier 2s as possible, because they know that someone, and eventually anyone and everyone, might have to deal with a pesky Naga pushing out and creep cutting lanes. Ghost is just going high ground. Like, he has not a care in the world. And he's going to get a tier 3 tower for this. So May's going to poke at the supports. Tier 3 tower for Ghost. What does Falcons want to do? I mean, Skitter has a TP. He's got himself the heart complete as well. Amar will start to poke. Buffed up by the Solar Crest. He's got a little bit of extra HP to work with. It's now Sumail who's hitting the melee barracks. And Ghost on a bit of a back foot. It's the Aegis is with Sumail. So, in case you're wondering why this is happening, it's because of the Aegis. Falcons, okay, they're just gonna give away these racks. Do Enigma keep pushing those? My question. It looks as if they might have to deal with the side lanes because Omar, he's TP'd in. Snaking and Amar though on some other mission of their own, and this might be costly for them. The Solar Crest is there on the Bristleback, but he's being pounded away. Oh, Nuke, this is so bad. Fortunately, he has his BKB. He can go in for the RP. He's waiting, he's wandering, looking for the skewer. Will pull back the Lich. 2 crucial kills going the way of Enigma Galaxy as they find Snaking as well as Amar, and the Hoodwink ends up dying. That Chain Frost looked really good for a moment, but Noob did get the chance to pop his BKB. That keeps him alive, and now Enigma Galaxy, they can push for more objectives. The only issue is the Naga Siren. It's quite a significant issue. I mean, Noob is the one with the Empower. He's also got himself a Veil of Discord, which is nice with the shard actually when you think about it. And obviously, the Shiva's got reduction in HP regen versus both the Dragon Knight and the Bristleback is sweet as well. And then now when the Naga Siren has a heart, you definitely do want the Shiva's Guts. So good itemization coming out from Noob. Flurry of TPs to the outpost, and why did Enigma Galaxy want to go with this? They just want to reset on the map. They get themselves a courier. Snaking, quite game for him and crit. I mean, you just have to sit back and pray that Skitter buys enough time and space for them to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how? Okay. I really have no explanation for this. Ghost, however, does have the borrowed time, and has he borrowed himself enough time for his team to reconnect? Well, it appears to be the case. As 4 heroes from the side of Team Falcons bump into an Abaddon, and the Abaddon just walks away. Okay, and now they're going in with the flank. There's a reload play coming in. Sumail goes. Where does Sumail go? Sumail goes towards Crit, but Crit manages to glimmer away elsewhere. Amar's being pounded away on. Skidder there with the song to help reset for Amar. Everybody caught in the song. GH starts relocated. Now it's Sumail all by himself who's I mean, he's gonna have to die. He is dead indeed. Sumail's got the ages though, but silence yet again. He might die once more. GH there with the heals. Sumail does get the phase shift off. They've lost Omar on the Ricky Maru, and now they turn towards Amar. It's a Ricky for a Bristleback and an Aegis on the puck. It's something that Enigma Galaxy can be okay with. That was cutting it close. If it wasn't for GH relocating out and coming in with the saves, Sumail was most certainly done for. Mulreen, he's got the Sanjay Yasha complete after his rocket. Making progress towards the Bloodthorn. 10,000 net worth advantage for the side of Enigma, but you know, this feels like the kind of game that can completely turn at the next Roshan. So, for 5 minutes or so, I think we're going to see a little bit of discipline from both teams. Nobody really wants to get caught out. Everybody wants to stay alive and have buyback and contest, excuse me, the next Roshan. And I think it's going to be a daytime Roshan towards bottom. Most likely. Could be an early daytime Roshan towards bottom. Okay, yeah, you got a minute, so it is a daytime Roshan. Excuse me. Silver Edge complete on Ghost. That was one of the reasons Enigma Galaxy could deal rather effortlessly with the Bristleback. Sumail's got himself the Maelstrom. I presume it's a Glypnir in the works. Oh, okay. Mjolnir. Look, the Glypnir nerfs were a thing, but it's still so good. But Mjolnir is obviously better with the axe. Just that Glypnir gives you a little bit more stats, but in terms of raw damage output, the Mjolnir a better hero, better item on this hero with the axe for sure. Ghost is just pushing out top. Maybe they fancy a Tormentor, but there isn't a Tormentor to have. They'll just hold fort. Rosh respawning in 43 seconds, and Falcons with the big wraparound play. Who bumps into who? Small Reen. He's been spot on with these initiations. Smoke does break. Oh, GH in the back line. Omar does help a little bit. The smoke screen is there. Mulreen trying his best to fight this, but he's dropping low. He's going to end up dying. Ghost manages to get the kill, and with this coil, they're poking at Omar. Omar forced to pop his BKB and run for his dear life. Sumail might want to give chase. Omar there with the smoke at the blink. He's going to help deal with the Crit Hoodwink, who gets harpooned and brought down, while Sumail cleans up on Omar. A double kill for the buck. Enigma Galaxy are back, baby. This is the Sumail we know. This is the Enigma we once loved. This is, well, part of the reason why some of us still love them. Not reason. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Well, it appears as if they're going to get the tier 4s. Sumail's poking away at Snaking. Snaking does, oh gee. Really doing work there. Hit going in with the Bushwhack. The Bushwhack's going to miss. There's a little bit of control gone. Skidder walks in, does have the song on the siren, but he's dropping really low. He's there. Skidder is dead. Ghost doesn't care. He's got himself a Glimmer Cape, and there's Lou with the RP. He catches 3 shoes, not as well. Sumail falls up with the nukes, and with the skewer, it's an ultra kill for Sumail. Give this man. Doesn't matter. For today, though, Enigma Galaxy have triumphed over Falcons in just 32 minutes. It's what one one of the many casters in the Dota community would call an absolute shellacking, and indeed, Nigma have shown up in this game. Well, I'm going to take. See you for the next game. Okay. Jeez. I think Vision versus Extreme Gaming. I'm going to leave um, the draft running and then jump into the game.
I'm getting too old for this horse shit. Your lives to fear.
Okay, guys, it's the second game of the day. It's Betboom versus Yakult. It's good to see Ame and Buboka back together. And yeah, it's our second game where we get to see Abaddon and Io. Toronto Tokyo is back. Damn. This is a new Betboom. This is new Betboom roster, and it should be fun to see how this team performs. Looks like we got a pause, and yeah, I think almost ready to go.
Something for everybody.
Okay, well, we have a quick opportunity to look at the drafts. Yakult just seemed to be a draft that's a lot
I'm
more
getting too old for
easier
this horse shit.
to play. I mean, you have PKB piercing stun, you have the cogs, which is really good versus the IO. You have the clockwork, you can always jump the IO. But IO Abaddon is kind of broken. However, Betboom are running it in the off lane, not like Nigma, who ran it in the safe lane, where they ensure that Ghost got himself a good start and eventually could kick Amar out of the lane and ensure that Nigma Galaxy get a win in their game versus Team Falcons. The Yakult brothers, they've got a little bit of old and new talent. It's Boboka and Ame. It's Zeal, one of the newer faces, relatively newer faces. And they've got Emo, who's coming back after a while. The man known for his punctuation and his use of punctuation. Tianming is going to be playing the Elder Titan. Seems to be a pretty solid draft and a pretty solid roster that we haven't seen in a while. So it's Betboom with Toronto Tokyo back in the mix. This should be a fun game, and in fact, I think with Toronto Tokyo back in the team, I think we should see a more stable Betboom. They've removed the hit or miss players in a sense, the flashy players. Kiyotaka has been benched, and I'm really excited to see how Toronto Tokyo integrates back into this team. It's the best of the best from Eastern Europe versus some of the best from China, as Betboom take on Yakult brothers. GPK. Oh, okay. Nobody's going to do anything really silly just yet. 2 bounty runes for the Yakult brothers, and I think it should be 2 bounty runes for the side of Betboom as well. Pure, the absolute beast of a player that really blossomed when he came into Entity. Was always full of raw potential, but I think the international scene really started to take notice of him when he came into Entity. Save for once is not playing a hero that's, I mean, that's meant to dominate lanes. And this is weird. What the hell? It's a safe lane Beastmaster? Am I missing something? No, I'm not. It is a safe lane Beastmaster. Jeez. I have no idea how this functions, but Beastmaster ED seems quite strong. Tianming doesn't have the boots, but he's going to chase down that donkey, turn towards save, and punch up the IO a fair amount. Toronto, Tokyo. How we missed him. So I think these lanes are going to be a bit slow. I think the mid lane is where we might see Emo apply some pressure, but I don't expect too much, just because DK is a boring bland hero. And I think after Emo gets his boots, we might see him have a go in this lane. Until his bottle and his boots are complete, I don't think we should expect too much. Ame going for the Ags, and you know, this safe lane Beastmaster actually makes a little bit of sense because if you look at Whisper, whenever he's played the Beastmaster or any of the many offlaners that have played Beastmaster successfully, it's all just about hitting the axe timing. And the Yakult brothers are thinking, hey, we can put him in the safe lane. He's still gonna hit that axe timing. Why do we need to put him in the off lane? Just put him in the safe lane. Give him that time. Give him that farm. Let him get there. Let him get his BK beam. And essentially, he's the core. Up top, Tundra Tokyo is going to try and apply some pressure on Zeal. The blood grenade committed. The bristleback being spanked in the back, but he's got enough stick charges. And Baboka's there with the cogs. Doesn't quite land the cogs of the expanded armature when he tries to kick them. But both the supports and cores in that top lane losing a fair amount of HP. Another slower stun from Tundra Tokyo, and Zeal and Baboka have got to be careful, but it's actually down bottom where the IO ends up dying. Save caught in the middle of nowhere, caught unaware. Takes a hit, and now they're chasing for Zeal. The Ignite and the Fire Blast will ensure that they close the gap, but Pure has to deal with Baboka. This could get messy for the Yakult brothers, and Baboka's running for dear life onto the high ground, but no, the Rocket Barrage is there. They'll find the kill, they'll get the clockwork. Pure, does he want to go back in? Well, buffed up like the Bloodlust. He's just going to go back to the tower. Waiting for the creeps to come and take aggro. This is going to push Zeal back a bit. Black Cannon is there. Zeal dropping low. Zeal might just end up falling here. Baboka throws his body, absorbs a lot of the rocket flare, and now actually turns towards Tundra Tokyo. The Ogre dead. It's been a support for support in this top lane, while down bottom, Save dies yet again. The Beastmaster ED, especially the Beastmaster with the bows, is just a bit too much. And now Tianming, he's punching away onto Miero. This is Miero with no mana, but he's going to try and see how much pressure he can actually apply onto the ED. That's about it. Both of them call it quits. Baboka just trying to contest with the pull onto the small camp, while Zeal, pretty comfortable, has the creep wave near him, closer towards this tower, can just keep drawing aggro and farming as much as he wants. I don't think this is going to result in much damage, especially because he's so close to his tower. They're waiting for that second bow. It's all about the cooldowns here. It's about getting both the bows up and then trying to make a play. For now, Tianming will get going on his save. The Hawk, not the Hawk, the Hawk has no creeps to latch onto. So Miero's got to be careful. The Wild Axe is there, and Tianming just punches down the Beastmaster. The briefcase has a purpose outside the corporate environment. And here, it's winning the safe lane for Yakult brothers. Zeal left by himself. I don't think Tundra Tokyo knows that Baboka is actually rotated. Guys, there was a time when support Monkey King was what Baboka would play a lot, and he would make rotations exactly like these and cause all sorts of problems. But this is not the same thing. This is him just coming for the 6-minute power room. This is everybody coming for the 6-minute power room. GPK's got to be careful. Plasma Field was thrown down and the static link is there. GPK drops the Dragon Tail, looks to run for the cogs from Baboka. Whole GPK in place. He's getting knocked around the cogs. Baboka dropping low will die first, but Tianming deals with save while Emo cleans up on the Dragon Knight. And as the Gyrocopter TP's in, an instant stomp ensuring that Pure cannot pursue for more, while down bottom, Ame strikes at the same time and gets himself a kill on the Abaddon. Action everywhere as it's Yakult brothers finding 3 crucial kills across the map. And Pure wasting a rotation, to be honest. This rotation for Pure was kind of costly because Zeal is getting space. He's farming away. Can Tundra Tokyo ease? Tundra Tokyo going to go for that 7-minute wisdom. Back at mid though, a little bit more back. this Razor Clockwork duo ganging up on GPK as the stop is there. Nowhere to go. The Dragon Knight caught on the wrong side of the river is gonna die yet again. That's 2 deaths in 7 minutes on the mid Dragon Knight. This is... It's a painful start for a mid laner, and the problem is now the Dragon Knight has to walk back to lane. Really good stuff coming up from the Yakul brothers, and up top, Betku, they want to retaliate. They'll find Zeal. They're there with the call down and the rocket barrage. While down bottom, Army gets another. Make that yet another as he finds both Save and Miero.
Structures are fortified.
The lanes are going to absolute shit for Petboom as Army and Boboka are single-handedly ensuring that Yakul and the Yakul brothers get off to a good start. Look at this though. Oh. I mean, if they act upon this observer ward that Tianming just plays, it's beautiful Dota. Move ahead, get map control like this, and if they manage to follow it up with more kills on an objective, you could have asked for more from his supports. For now, the Baboka sees Pure. Pure thinks he's peacefully farming his stack, but he saw them as well, so he's just gonna run away for now. Turn to Tokyo. I think he knows about the observer ward. Holding and hugging these trees, and yeah, they pinged out the Yakul brothers ward, and Tundra will get the T-ward. Now the jungle feels a bit safe for Pure down bottom. Oh, I was looking bottom because this man was going to have a go at them once again, but it's in the mid lane where Emo gets another kill on a GPK. 3 kills in 8 minutes. Oh, this is really rough for Dragon Knight and Betboom early on. Switching over to net worth, it is the Beastmaster sitting at the top. Miero's moved back towards the Ancients. I mean, he's got himself an Orb of Corrosion and he's trying to build towards the Phase Boots. It's something, but I don't know. Tianming drops an Observer Ward. But there's a quick and swift T-ward coming out from the side of Betboom as this observer ward still stays for the side of Yakul. So they know what GPK is up to. They have vision on the map. I mean, the logical step would be to move for this safe lane tower, like kick Pure out of his lane. And logically, Betboom should try and kick Zeal out of the lane or contest Army. Army is really going unchecked. He hasn't got the axe yet, but he's comfortable just manning up. And he's not manning up versus just an Abaddon. It's an Abaddon with an IO behind him. And yeah, Betboom, they know that Army is going to be a problem. Maybe now they can get a kill and an objective, but Army, with a read of sorts, is moved back in towards his jungle. Boboka gets caught in the river. He's got the cogs and the battery assault, and that's going to allow him to get away from the arrow. But there's the entirety of Betboom coming across. Boboka, slowed down by the ogre, should die at the breed fire. Shows that GPK gets a little bit of reliable cold. But all said and done, I don't think the Yakul brothers mind too much. I mean, Army is still farming. Nothing of value was lost. And Zeal is still having some alone time in this top lane. Of course, Army and the Yakul brothers will be completely okay giving up their position. I mean, they're safely in tower. Actually deeping in though. Boboka has made his way. The stomp doesn't quite connect. All heroes on the side of Betboom moved up, and there's the row from Army. Straight on to Miero. Army's got to be careful. He might just end up falling. They get GPK. Tianming like punching him down to the ground with the briefcase. But Miero perseveres, gets the dominating streak. Unfortunately though, Emo's there with the cleanup. Kill save, gets the Abaddon. That's 4 heroes dead from the side of Betboom. Thankfully, Pure didn't come into this engagement, and it seems as if the Yakul brothers want to have more bloodthirsty, looking for Pure. They've taken the portal, and Boboka there with the hook shot. Perfection coming out from the clockwork. The split out will not connect because Pure did manage to sneak his way out of the cogs. And now he wants to turn. He turns towards Boboka. The stomp is there. Zeal there with the vicious, but the TPs have come in. This rotation did take a bit too long because everybody from Betboom did respawn rather quickly and did manage to reconnect with Pure. Save, buffing up the gyrocopter. What can Pure accomplish? Stop being channeled, not really connecting. Tianming could be next. Boboka There with the cogs will ensure that the ET stays alive. All of the Yakult brothers do manage to escape. No one dies just yet. And all those TPs from the side of Bedboom will at least net them a tier 1 tower. Their first tier 1 tower of the game. Possibly the most inconsequential tier 1 tower. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, this is nice. I mean, if Pure can manage to take away some of these stacks, not huge stacks, but it is something denied to the Yakult brothers. Baboka's made his way towards the triangle, and I mean, hook shotting in is just death because Pure turns with the eye. Pretty much certainly brings him down. Baboka doesn't find that ward, but it's this observer ward that's working for Bedboom right now. Maybe a 3-man smoke from Yakult brothers is what we could see. And yep, we're going to smoke up. Emo's got himself the Yasha. Baboka hasn't completed his Pavis, but he's got the fluffy hat. Whatever it is. Hook shot. How? How does he? He can't. He just can't. The Earth Splitters there. The shot will connect. Ame cuts in and brings down save while Emo runs forward and ensures that he finds the gyrocopter. Tianming, the ET running down the ogre. Toronto Tokyo does get off his stun and runs away. Fire Blast will ensure that Toronto Tokyo does survive, but Bedboom lose that tower and they lose the gyrocopter. That's the problem. And now the axe complete on Army. They're just going to move into the Rosh Wave. They've got Zeal to soak up damage if required, but Army's got enough. Quick Roshan. The Yakult brothers try and accomplish across the map. I mean, logically, you want them to probably pop another smoke. They do not have too much vision on the map. There's all tier 1 towers have been taken down, so it would seem logical that they move towards the top tier 2. And even if not the top tier 2, just try and take up as much of the map as possible. There's a good case to be made for Ame to just complete his BKB. Yeah, that's exactly what he's queued up. A blink and a BKB. I think he might go for the blink first. It just allows him to blink on top of the IO and pretty much kill him all by himself. Pure has the Falcon Blade and the Crystal is complete. Moving towards his Axe Scepter. That's going to help deal with the summons. Oh, Ame. He's got to be careful. The stuns there from GPK. This could be the Aegis going away. Ame manning up. But there's not much he can do here. Support is coming. I mean, Baboka's having the hook shot goes in. The stuns there on Ame. Ame's got the Prometheus to bump him up. Ame being focused by Miero might just have to turn. Doesn't want to commit the roll. He's holding on to it. Commits the roll on the Toronto Tokyo. Wants to bring down the Ogre. Gets the Ogre while TPK gets dealt with in the meantime. It's a clean up on all three as Ame and the Yakult brothers get 2 cores and the Ogre. And now save. Uh-oh. He had no choice but to relocate back. After relocating back, he dies as well. One would think that if you have the Aegis, you'd like to get an objective on the Beastmaster. But getting a fight like that, where you get a couple of core kills, where you actually bait them to jump you, also works completely. Ame's now got the Blink Dagger. At the beginning of the fight, he had just an axe, and after that fight, he has a complete Blink Dagger to work with. Yeah, another 2,900 gold or so, and he'll have his BKB complete. All of this time, Pure is just farming away. He's gone for some more stats before completing his axe. He's completed the Dragon Lance, which will allow him to stay a little further away. And eventually, he needs the Pike versus both the Rays and the Clockwork. So it makes sense for him to get the Dragon Lance.
Radiant are scanning.
Bedboom going for that 14-minute wisdom rune in 16 minutes. Uh-oh. Ame goes in, has the roll with the Blink Dagger. Miero will pop borrowed time, but I don't think he's going to do him any favors. Piero did try for the DP, but he's going nowhere. Knocked by a cog and eventually slowed down by a plasma field. He will die. An unstoppable Emo just continues to enjoy and frolic in this mid game. And now it seems as if Baboka and the boys over at the Equal Brothers are getting some wards down. So they have a ward behind this tier 2 tower. They have one in somewhat near the safe lane jungle. It's decent. They have one looking at this walkway, this ramp. So a little bit of vision on the side of the Equal Brothers can set up for more aggressive possibilities. I want to do a quick item check. So the Bristleback has got his Crimson Guard, which makes complete sense. I mean, why would you go pipe first in this game? I don't think he even needs a pipe. He might just go Ags, Bloodstone, something like that. Or BKB even. Emo's got himself his BKB complete. Army is getting there. Complete Solar Crest on Baboka. And a drums at the ending. Elsewhere, Army gets the kill on to Toronto Tokyo's Ogre. Bedboom just bleeding kills, and I mean, the only strategy for Bedboom in this mid-game seems to be get pure fat, and then we'll see what happens. Piero gets caught, Baboka's running him down, but there's the relocate from Save. Unfortunately, Save might be coming back into this. Pure forced to come in the call down. He's being run at by a Bristleback. Finally, the aquatic shield is there, but Baboka having a hook shot will hold Pure in place, and there comes Emo. He gets himself a kill. Emo wicked sick as he cleans up on Miero, while Ame waits for the IO to relocate back and brings him down as well. That's the Yakult Brothers finding 2 cores, Pure dying yet again, and this is them most certainly getting a tier 2 tower. I don't think Bedboom want to come back to defend this. Ame's BKB is on the way as well. I'm not really favoring Bedboom's chances of coming back for this tier 2 tower. Solar Crest committed on the Bristleback. Ame pops the inner beam instead. There you go. Quick tower, move into the outpost. And yeah, the next Roshan is in 3 minutes. It's a daytime Roshan. So it's easier for the Yakult Brothers to go collect that Aegis. Just simply because of them having the outpost close to Roshan. So yeah. Everything's looking really, really good for the Yakult Brothers. I'm personally not sure what Bedboom are expecting or waiting for. Maybe it's the Axe BKB on Pure. And if they can hold on for that long. Oh, Baboka, he is reading them like a book. He sees Pure, he hooks onto him. Fortunately, though, there's an IO in the mix, and Pure will be relocated back to safety. Unfortunately, Save will not be safe. He's going to come back to a bigger Hawk, a Beastmaster, and more surrounding him, ensuring that he has nowhere to go. Not a single creep that he could have tethered on to. Up top, Miero is farming. He's now got himself the Echo Saber, going towards the Axe, which is utility for the team. And it looks as if Miero and GPK will go for the Tormentor and maybe even hope to stick around for the 21-minute wisdom move. Baboka, meanwhile, did get the shot as the Yakult Brothers did mirror the movement. That's the jetpack ready for the clockwork. And that's Toronto Tokyo getting the Crimson Shield. I know it's Crimson Shield. Fire Shield. Great. Fire Shield, I mean, essentially works like a... Never mind. I'm gonna get back towards that. Ame blinked forward, but didn't quite find anyone. Baboka does have the hook shot. They'll commit the roar onto Miero. Damn, they kill him quick. That was fast. And just to remind you, Baboka did have a Solar Crest, which he didn't commit onto Ame. Well, signs of concern here for the side of Bedboom. Snotty old Bristleback is running in towards them. He goes there with the Plasma Field. Pure is manning up. and he's got to be careful. He's got a big healing Lotus to work with. And Pure, well, all his damage drain will be seen at the last minute by the relocate, but they lose turn to Tokyo. And now eventually save. He's going to be looking for a tether, but Tianming with the storm time to perfection ensures that save is held in place long enough for the Yakul brothers to clean up. Both supports dead on the side of Betboom. This is the Yakul brothers most certainly getting a tier 2 tower. And I'm sure they're very aware that Rosh is up now. Okay, Rosh is not up now. False alarm. Okay, Tianming doesn't quite connect with the storm. Oh, Pure is got to be careful. The both are doing what? Yours great. Hits on a 2. Pure is dead. GPK running for his real life. Road held in place. He's going to be brought down. It's Tianming as well as Army smacking him down into the ground. 6 feet under. Miero will also be buried underground as Yakul brothers. They're pushing for tier 3. They're looking to end this game, and they can. They've got the Beastmaster. They've got the Solar Crest. And a Crypto Card if they need it. Maybe Lane of Fraxen back for now. He did get a bit ahead of himself, but I think that's pretty reasonable. Baboka's a bit low on mana, but I'm sure he'll get mana somewhere. Maybe from the courier. Okay, he has the Perseverance. So, Rosh is the play for the Yakul brothers, and they are pinging it out. Baboka, give me a word for now. The Dire do scan him though. I mean, Betboom know that they have to go and contest this. They're a pretty sweet spot. I mean, they've got the Axe complete on Pure with a Grove Bow and a Dragon Lance. I think they have certain acceptable timings on certain cores, but it's just that certain cores aren't really doing all that much. I mean, GPK and Miero not really of much value in this game. Seal. Oh, Miero, no. The Abaddon dying now is really bad, especially the God respawning soon. Yes, this means Betboom will most certainly lose the Aegis. They have to just concede it as Miero gets slowed to a crawl by the Shiva's guard and gets brought down by Emo. Tianming waiting in the Rosh pit. So quick Roshan with the banner. Rosh rolls, but Betboom can only watch and hope that Pure moves closer to another item. Oh, Betboom, gotta be careful. The TPs are coming in fast. There goes Army, blinks in with the rope, finds the Ogre that's turned to Tokyo dead. Welcome back to competitive Dota. Search still is difficult. You love the game, but the game doesn't love you back. That's Dota 2 for you. As Army running forward, smacks down the IO in 2 hits. A double kill for him, and with this, with those quick rotations coming out from the Yakul brothers, they can now transition into an objective. They're starting to cut across the map towards the bottom lane where Tianming is already pushing out the creeps. Miero, hopeful of what? I have no idea. What is this? Is he going to wrap around there? Okay, he's going to cut the wave. Well, I mean, they have a banner, they have a range screens, and that's enough. Yeah, that is enough. I mean, Miero's cutting the way, but Baboka is coming. Okay. If Miero dies like this, it is painful. And he is gonna die like this. He killed one creep wave. About literally 15 seconds. Because, I mean, guys, I'm not calling this because the creep wave's here. I mean, that wasn't very effective. Miero dies yet again, but I mean, I don't know. If he's bought time for Pure to complete an item, it works. The fire shield is there from Tundra to Tokyo. He's gonna smack down the gyrocopter pure doesn't get deployed, Dota. As in one swift road, he ending the game. He's ending everything and everyone on Betfu. As Pure has had enough. GG is the call. 42 to 5. It's a complete masterclass by the Yakul brothers. Betfu looked really confused on day one of the blast. Okay, we have a little bit of a breather before we jump into the Talon game. Should be a fun one. I'm just gonna BRB, head to the bathroom, and come back soon.
to ban. Talon's turn to play. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Tundra Esports turn to play.
Crystal Maiden.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Tundra Esports turn to play.
Bristleback!
Okay, guys, it's time for good old SEA Dota as Talon Esports take on Tundra. 33 and the boys are coming into this with a lot of confidence after the
seconds
recent
remaining.
win versus Falcons. Down by 2 matches in a best
5
of 5. They
seconds
mounted one
remaining.
of the greatest comebacks ever. Duraccio, well, he was not the problem. And Talon, they're looking strong too. I mean, they had a couple of good performances in the aforementioned tournament. I feel like Cuckoo and Joe Cam are playing a different sort of Dota. They did. They did. Who did they knock? They knocked out Liquid. How can I forget? They knocked out Liquid. They ended up losing to Spirit. So this team
Talon's
is
turn
a
to
promising team, and I'm very curious to see how they do. The draft for now, though, from Talon looks very squishy, right? Like, if the tiny, with a little bit of help, goes on either the Lina or the Crystal Maiden, it's gonna be an easy pick off
10 seconds
for him. If they
remaining.
have vision on the the Ricky's gonna die rather easily as well.
5
There's
seconds
nothing versus
remaining.
the Batrider. You could consider a Slark. It used to be one of the picks versus the Batrider just because Sticky Napalm gets rid of, is dispelled off rather by Dark Pact, but I don't know. Talon do have certain options, but if you do consider the Slark, the lineup kind of becomes very squishy. I think you want
Talon's
something like the
turn to
Dragon
bat.
Knight. Yeah, okay. Lifestealer makes sense as well. Good versus the Batrider. The Rage is nice. Pretty okay versus the other heroes. I feel like once he has Ags, he's going to be a bit of a
10
nuisance.
seconds remaining.
In terms of bans from Talon, what are we looking at? So,
5 seconds remaining.
Magnus is banned already. Do you want to ban out Dragon Knight?
Tundra Esports
Enigma.
turn to ban.
Interesting. So they do not see this as a position 3 Bristleback. And this would be a really good game for Enigma as well. There's nothing really to stop his Black Hole. And nothing that Talon want to
10
pick to
seconds
stop the Black Hole.
Tundra Esports turn to ban.
So Tundra is seeing this as wait, they're seeing room for one more support or the possibility of an offlane Phoenix, which also makes sense. The offlane Phoenix quite strong in
10
general.
seconds remaining.
It's something that Seb brought back into fashion, and it kind of just
5
came out of
seconds
all the
remaining.
Immortal games that were going on. We did see a lot of offlane Phoenix, and
Talon's
Seb
turn
started
to
playing it.
ban.
So Tundra just banning out pretty standard offlane heroes. The Lycan, again, he's pretty good with the Lifestealer, with the Wolf Bite. And this is a decent game for the Lifestealer because he's got the Reki with the Blink Strike who can take him into battle.
10 seconds remaining.
I'd really like for Talon to get something
5
which is a
seconds
save,
remaining.
really. Something that can frontline and save. Which is a very weird ask of this hero. I think you could do Centaur, right? Like, you have the cart. The cart is good for the Lena. You have Stampede. There are some heroes which could work for Talon in the offlane. You could do Mars. Mars is okayish. Yeah, it seems like Mars and Centaur. I think you want to ban out the Earth Spirit now if you're Talon. Like, get rid of one of PCM's comfort heroes. Just make the game simpler. BCM's got a lot of comfort heroes, but I think Earth Spirit or Sniper is what we're looking to ban right now. I wouldn't really fancy being Talon against a Sniper. I mean, the mid lane is going to be kind of hard for the Lina, and then Sniper just kind of takes over the game. So yeah, Sniper, Puck, Earth Spirit. Am I missing any other hero? I guess these are the most sensible bans right now.
Talon's turn to
Okay.
pick.
I can see why TA is really good versus the Lena in lane. But what did Talon pick here? I was theory crafting the Centaur or the Mars.
10
Am I
seconds
missing any
remaining.
other hero?
Tundra Esports turn to pick.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it makes sense. Mars in the offlane. And the draft is starting to come together. I mean, it's a good game for the Crystal Maiden. Personally, I don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
Very mixed feelings about this Talon lineup. I
5
think there
seconds
is
remaining.
a little bit more skill required in terms of execution. And Tundra, what did they want to pick up for BZM? His invokers in the pool. He's got Sniper. He's got Earth Spirit. Plenty of options. I don't think you want to pick up Invoker.
Now select your heroes.
Something that can stand. Wait, what? It's a mid tiny. It's a mid tiny. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Talon and Tundra both revealed their mid early on. So mid Tiny it is for BZM. Tiny was Lena favored, but eventually the Tiny will be able to catch up. Anyway, for those of you just tuning in, you're watching the Blast Slam, the second edition of the Blast Slam. It's Talon versus Tundra in the group stage in a best of one. Is SEA still relevant, or are Tundra just too damn strong after coming back in a best of 5 after being 0-2? All this and more as we jump into the action post-draft as Talon takes on Tundra Esports. We had a great day so far, a lot of good Dota already. I mean, it just felt like the 2 games that I did manage to cast, which was Nigma versus Falcons, where Nigma played a really fast game. And then the second game, which was Yakult Brothers versus BetBoom. And that's BetBoom now with Toronto, Tokyo back in the action. That game was, again, just Yakult Brothers playing supremely fast Dota and BetBoom just having no answer and no play on the map. When you put save on something as passive as an IO, you really wonder what it's going to take. Anyway, but for now, it's Tundra Esports, Europe's favorite, versus Cuckoo and Talon. Southeast Asia versus Europe. And I am very curious to see how this turns out.
I'm just humble. I'm just humble.
Mikoto should have a really good time in this mid lane. Lena versus Tiny. I don't think PCM will die, but there is a strong chance of Mikoto just bullying him out of lane. Up top, WS. He's got to be careful. He's walked into them. And Whitemon just standing here. Pretending as if he's checking for vision, but he's also placed his own vision. There's a little bit of friendly banter. In case you're wondering, Whitemon is also from the Southeast Asia region, so Talon is very much a part of him. And a lot of these Talon players are players that he's played around with on the Southeast Asian server, so very familiar with each other. Saksa and 33, the most problematic duo to ever lane against. I think this duo is just an absolute nuisance. Whitemon moving in. Cuckoo's gonna die. Can I just say Cuckoo's gonna die? Cuckoo's dying. Cuckoo's definitely dying. Cuckoo's dead. Dead.
Well, if it ain't first bloody blood.
Yeah. Just standard Crystal Maiden things. You need to obviously nerf her movement speed by 5. Hero's too fast. Shouldn't have taken that long. Cuckoo TP's in. Blocks the hard camp. His own small camp being blocked, so nobody's gonna get a pull. Nice Nova at level 1, doing a little bit of damage. He's got the stick, so he's got 4 stick charges. This is going to be a hard lane for him and the Lifestealer. Yep, this is going to keep happening. Mid lane, how's it going? BZM versus Mikoto. Mikoto off to a good start, but BZM keeping up as well. Taking the 3 grab at level 1, so just ensuring that he gets as much CS as possible, and the range creep. And as many denies as well. 2 denies to his name, 1 more than Mikoto. So, Tiny playing this lane well, but of course, like once the Lena starts to get levels, we should theoretically better see a bully the Tiny out lane. I think what we want to keep our eyes peeled for is this safe lane that Talon are running, because I feel like Cuckoo's got to be careful, but Cuckoo can also be the person making a play happen. Cuckoo once again resets the ward on the hard camp. Saksa's safe lane, a small camp ward has been removed as well. Up top though, Ricky. Oh, first blood, or rather second blood. Forgot about Cuckoo. And Jokam ends up falling. Talon. Oh, it's been a rough start for them. This top lane isn't having fun, and the Lifestealer is actually struggling in the CS department mildly versus 33. Cuckoo needs to get this pull off whenever he can. but Sucks is manually blocking that pull. Sorry about that, folks. Up top, Whitemon. Oh, spear to a 3. He's got to be careful. Jocam has a blink strike and a blood grenade, but that's not going to do the trick. Whitemon chasing, looking for more. Gets himself the Lotus, which is nice. But yeah, it's a start where the innate skills of each hero will just ensure that like this adds up. Like 33 is off to a good start. He's just gonna keep on farming, and if the lanes continue like this, whoever makes effective rotations. In fact, I think Talon are gonna need to make effective rotations to come back in the game. Sucks is being a real nuisance here, and up top WS dies again. Jocam tricks to the trade, tries to stay alive, blinks to the range creep, gets away for now, but yeah, they're getting kills on both side lanes on the side of Tundra. Mid lane, Mikoto starting to pull ahead. As I mentioned, like eventually the Lina does start to build a bit of a lead. As she rightly said, down bottom. Oh, look at this. Cuckoo, 5 stacks to sticky napalm upon him. The blood grenade as well. Suxa's running him down. Nerf the Crystal Maiden's movement speed, guys. Nerf it again. BCM getting levels, having a reasonably good start, going for the Soul Ring. The Soul Ring makes a lot of sense on the Tiny. I think you should go for it because you need strength. You're a hero with a high down bottom. Natsumi, he's got to be careful. 33's drive a bit too deep, and he does get punished. The Bristleback, well, not going to be saved by his back this time. But yeah, you should get the Soul Ring on Tiny. You're okay trading HP for mana. You need that mana. So this is really good. An obvious itemization coming out from PCM. But yeah, I think he's okay with it. Even if you go to net worth, up top WS. Oh, no. Racho. Too many creeps heading away on him. Not going to pursue. It looks as if Talon are okay with just the lane going the way it is. And maybe okay with Tundra getting these small wins here and there in the lanes. Cuckoo's died twice. Whitemon did find a kill up top. So, yeah. Pleasant start for Tundra. Rachu is sitting at the top of the net worth. Everything's going really well for them. I think we should see some madness happen around the 6-minute power-up room.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And yeah, it's Ricky who gets himself the arcane rune. Whitemon's okay punching him down there.
I'm just
Gets
humble.
the D word. Wait, where was that D word? The D word was found bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Natsumi's got to be careful. Turns to the open wound. Mikoto's here. Commits the Laguna. They want this Bristleback. They need the LSA. Or they don't? I was wrong. Mikoto's got enough damage. No points in the LSA. Kills him with sheer will and the thermal runway. Up top though, Duracho is trying to make a play happen. The stomp is there. Duracho needs 3 seconds to link. It is on cooldown. And that's about it. I really don't think they can make this happen. But Duracho with another plasma field. The spear will only push back the ET. No shot just yet for the Ricky, but look at for the Razor rather. Duracho is still chasing. He's still chasing. Has he got? Oh, he's got another plasma field, but it doesn't hit WS. WS manages to get away, and now can Chokam look for something? Nope. Just for
Dire's
Ricky
middle
Maru.
tower is under attack.
Down bottom, 33, open moves upon him. Natsumi chomping him down. He knows he doesn't have enough to really chase the bristleback for days and kill him. Blink strike coming out from Jokam. He's looking towards Bradshaw. Tricks of the trade as well. WS doesn't have the arena. He's not going to really threaten Bradshaw in any way. Meanwhile, mid, Avalanche committed. They look towards Mikoto. The stomp is a possibility, but the toss is there, and BZM gets the kill. Saksa held in place with a frostbite. Oh, but the Echo Stomp is so good. Saksa gets the salve off, but the tricks of the trade ensure that Chokam gets the kill. Can BZM clean up? He's got 12-1 charges. The toss is there. BZM gets the kill. And now he can even look for more if he wants to. But it appears that he doesn't have a friend who can quite connect effectively. BZM also gets the power rune. 2 crucial kills for the side of Tundra as they find Mikoto. And they find the seems that WS is by himself and he's level 5. Drache knows this. Him and Saksa are flirting with the idea upon going on to the Mars. Saksa does. There you go. And nothing to cancel the DB, but maybe they have enough damage. No!
Top tower.
Just gets away barely. Too close for comfort for WS, but staying alive is staying alive, as the BGs would say. Whitemount. He knows where Jokam is. I think he did see him. He's got BZM coming in with the Invis rune. This could be a nasty surprise. They toss back to Ricky. The Avalanche is there. The smoke screen buys a little bit of time for Jokam, but Whitemount, his spirit is pursuing. Unfortunately, though, for the side of Tundra, he's got another blink strike, and that's going to allow him to get away. BZM immediately moving up top, trying to make a kill happen with Dragula. Tosses the laser forward, has the Avalanche to hold WS in place. The Stomp is there if they need it. Yep. The God's Rebuke doesn't quite push anyone out, but eventually with Arena, they'll just hold back the Tiny and the ED. And Cuckoo TPs in, drops a Nova. Tundra laugh and leave the lane. Jeez, it is so easy for them to force so much out of Talon with just the Tiny moving around. I mean, this is not them really making a major commitment in any sense. And 33 is just farming away. He's actually got more net worth than the Lifestealer. That's the real issue here. Him farming, technically not okay, but him doing better, that's a bit of a problem. Jokam mid lane commits the tricks of the trade, blinks towards the creeps, goes onto the other side of the river, but the Avalanche tosses there. BCM gets the kill, while elsewhere Whitemon ends up dying in the top lane. Mikoto, with the rotation, does manage to get the kill. The Laguna Blade was expended. Mikoto's got himself the Boots of Travel, as well as the Haste Rune, and he's looking to make quick work of the tier 1 tower. Look at this though, Natsumi coming in through the portal, giving Drache a taste of his own medicine. The European pos 1 rotation, and with Cuckoo coming in, they'll eventually get the Razor. But BZM elsewhere does manage to find the ED. Laguna was committed yet again, and this time the ED ends up dying. The Razor, well, he can only watch as BZM will manage to run away. All said and done when the dust settles, Tundra did get themselves 2 kills. I think the previous kill was not depicted in the eventual trade, but yeah, they did lose 2 heroes. More importantly, they lost both the ED and the Razor. Talon make a successful rotation towards the top lane, get a couple of kills, get an objective, and now they're swinging bottom. They've got the arena on WS, but it's going to take more than WS and Natsumi to make this work.
Dire are scanning.
Natsumi gets himself a greater healing
Dire
lotus.
are scanning.
Not the greatest, but
Dire's bottom
greater.
tower is under attack.
Sux is getting these nice, juicy stacks together for himself. This will help him push towards his Blink Dagger. Really like his skill build. 2 points in the napalm, 1 in the knockback, and then maxes out his Firefly. This is all with the movement speed talent, where when you do damage or display someone, you get movement speed. Which is the Batrider is really strong in lane actually. Easy to execute at the legend level. Guys, I recommend if you don't play Batrider, you should. Now eventually you should be stacking for yourself and you will be finding kills with the stacks as well. Anyway, Jokam and Natsumi on the hunt. They see Diracho. He's got himself that safety bubble, but there's no safety to be had even in your own jungle, as Natsumi and Jokam get a crucial kill. At the same time, BCM and Whitemon making a little smoke play of their own. They might just be a bit too late though. Does Natsumi go back? Okay. He swings back towards the bottom lane. WS is quite some time away from his Blink Dagger. Heck, I think Sux is gonna get his first. BCM and Whitemon.
Scanning.
This is a pretty solid read. I mean, they know that the Lifestealer is back. The Radiant do scan. Scan doesn't clip. CM is still moving around. Okay. Finds the power-up rune. Where do they want to go with this? They have vision. They see these TPs. They know that Kuku and Natsumi are in the area. Sux has got to be careful. Wants to complete that Blink Dagger. Will Jokam allow him? 30 more gold for Saksa. He's going to be able to escape for now. But 33 is applying pressure and he's running down the Talon side, waiting for reinforcements to arrive. 14 minutes in. I like a little bit of symmetry on the scoreboard. This has actually been quite a symmetrical game. I mean, people are just farming. Mikoto, he's had the travels for a while, but he hasn't really found any great opportunities other than that one moment up top. So, it makes complete sense that Talon have slowed down the game. And their main way to make plays is with this Ricky and this Lifestealer. They might find Durachu again, who's enjoying a small camp of Mud Golems and Satyrs. There are things though. Was that a sentry there? Yeah, there is a sentry. They know that Jokam's in the area. It's Jokam now though. Well, he senses it. Senses it and backs off. Tundra trying to bait a fight with the Razor, who's got himself his Maelstrom complete. There you go. Jokam jumps in. Open wounds committed. I don't think Duracho was really baiting anything. The Razor is just pure food for this Ricky Lifestealer pairing, and Saksa isn't that quick enough to blink in and lasso. Maybe now he finds something. Of all people, it's Coop. It's always Coop. Now Saksa looks for more. Dusk committed, he sees Jokam. Jokam's got the blink strike, gets away elsewhere. 33 being a nuisance. It is the mucus that binds us as he makes way towards WS. The Earthquake is there, clips on the Natsumi. The rage is wearing off. Natsumi wants that DP. The storm doesn't connect. They're looking for more though. Creeping out forward, they look towards Mikoto. Mikoto turns. Has mana now for the Laguna Blade. Commits the LSA, but slowed down to a crawl. 33 gets himself a triple kill. It's like Mikoto didn't get a chance to even play that particular fight. Mikoto was just watching. And now 33 gets himself a small stack for his efforts. Also got the spell lifesteal up and going, but doesn't quite complete or choose to complete the Bloodstone, which I personally like. I like this. Just get the mask and you don't have to convert it into a Bloodstone straight away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Another fight brewing, and Jokem and Natsumi yet again they find the Razor. Drachio dies for the third time in 17 minutes.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Tundra do get the top tower though.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
BCM's got the phylactery complete as well, so that's a helpful burst of damage that is definitely going to make bringing down the Ricky and the Lina a little bit easier. 33 moving down bottom. Can they find anything though? BCM's going to show on the creep wave. Okay. This is pinged. I think Cuckoo or Mikoto pinged this. Back in mid though. Rashid's got to be careful. He's all by himself. WS now has the blink dagger. He's got to respect the arena. Shouldn't go for the double damage. Oh, WS saw him. Blink, arena, this eventual spear, and the rune. The rune was Drachio's undoing. Came onto the low ground, and that was enough. Coming onto the low ground for a second like that was enough for WS to make the jump to the blink at the arena. More importantly, it was nighttime, so it's not like he had the vision that we had. But it is a mistake that Drachio would avoid 8 or 9 times out of 10. Casual tier 2 token. Just a part of the floor. Now in White Mountain's hands. Cuckoo's got himself the drums. Obviously going for the solar crest. WS has the blink. Going next for the Yules, which I find interesting. It's good versus the Batrider. The 80, the Razor, definitely a useful item. Cuckoo is quieting down as now Jokam shows on the map. Well, I think this is it. You gotta remember that the natural order, the base magic resistance gets removed by the spirit, not by the hero. So Whitemon is really making life easy for BZM. Well, 33. He's got the Axe Scepter, Sanj, and he's got a gem. I mean, Tundra, they've had enough. They're not messing around. They want to go and end this right now, it seems. I mean, even if not end it, they want to end Talon's presence on the map. They want complete map control. Now they made this very deep smoke towards the enemy Tormentor, camping the 21-minute wisdom room. Whitemon on the high ground gets a little vision. Jokam should get punished. He's dead. Arena committed, but look at that Earth Splitter. It's glorious. Unfortunately, 33 at BZM will die, but they do get Natsumi. Mikoto gets himself a double kill with that Dragon Slave. Actually, correction. Natsumi stays alive as Tundra get punished. The arena from WS setting up perfectly. Drachio did have a couple of deaths, and now he's trying his best to recover in this game. WS has now got the gem though, so Tundra lose the gem. This is I mean, this is rough. They went all in on the gem, and then they clump up, don't respect the arena, don't respect Mikoto, and they get punished. They also, I think the weird thing about that smoke was they smoked and they went straight into the Tormentor, started hitting the Tormentor. I also feel that, I think that Tormentor is a bit like dicey, especially because of Bristleback. He's unintentionally doing a lot of damage to himself with the quill sprays around the Tormentor, in addition to all the damage coming up from Talon. So I don't think that was getting the gem. I'm okay with, but at Tormentor and choosing to fight it like that was a bit sketchy. Jokam's got himself the Diffusal Blade. This is definitely going to help him be a nuisance towards the Batrider. Saksa not opting to go for the 4-star first, but rather the BKB. So if Jokam does go upon him, he can just BKB and lasso the Ricky. So I like this. I mean, normally you think first off to get out of the smoke cloud, but you just BKB and turn. I mean, if you blink in on the Mars and the Mars arenas, you BKB and lasso. So I like this progression. It's obviously the more intelligent thing to do than getting 4-star first. PZM moving in through the gates. He's had a bit of a comeback in 2025. And he did make a lot of solid rotations early on in this game. He's now got the counter complete. Just feels that Dracho has not really gotten to play this game. I think
Dire's middle tower is under
he's
attack.
okay waiting for his BKB.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think post rotation BKB, we will see Tundra swing into action. But what I don't get is why are Talon giving Tundra free objective? What, like, okay, they are looking for a pick off the Ricky Lifestealer, but this is just a really big objective to give up on the map for nothing. I guess they were not reading this at all. If they knew, I'm sure they wouldn't be here. But yeah, they've lost the Aegis. And now the fights are doubly hard. Who has the gem? Okay, so Talon, they kept their gem in their base. WS has gotten some of the Yule Scepter complete. Again, Saksa, once he completes his BKB, Yule Scepter is not going to be looking to break both of them. And for the first time in a long time, Dracho
Is under attack.
stays stationary, waits, doesn't overextend, and tries to be as safe as possible. Now he's got his BKB. Maybe now we see Tundra smoke. In fact, I mean, they could just start moving bottom, which is what they're doing. I mean, 33 is walking there. He's got a
Radiant's bottom
cloak
tower is under attack.
as well now. A little bit of magic resistance to help versus Mikoto. He's recognized that he does need a pipe or a BKB, and a pipe would be handy for the team. 33 hitting the tier 2 guys, got the age to work with. Cuckoo TP's in. He pops the dodge. What? Did I imagine that?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
they did. But Ricky's on the other side. Now Ricky goes in. No cam with the blink. The LSC is there. It bursts down BZM. 33 steered to the arena wall. Has got to be careful. Held in place. He's going to die as well. The LSA misses, but the smoke screen is there. Frostbite coming out from Cuckoo, and Natsumi gets to work on this missile back. The Aegis in the advantage taken away from Tundra, and now the use they find Drachu as well. Razor pops his BKB, looks to turn. Who does he want to go on? He wants to go on Cuckoo. Everybody just bullies Cuckoo. You bully Cuckoo, but what else? So what? Is exactly what Talon are wondering. As they clean up, they get the third kill. And the third core on Tundra's side, as that was Tundra fighting with the Aegis and getting nothing. I think the assessment from Saksa is just fine. Like, guys, I think we should maybe wait for my BKB. Anyways, Tundra, they pushed around their timing quite a bit. First the gem, which didn't work. Then the Aegis, which didn't work. Now they have Saksa's BKB. Can BKB. Want to lasso anyone. Does commit the dust. Sees Jokam. Can blink in though. Nope, I'm not going to blink in for the lasso. Jokam goes back to farming, and Saksa reveals his glorious BKB. WS. Yule Scepter has definitely been handing, allowing him to set up the spear. And now he's got the shard as well, so he can spare two heroes if they do line up for him. Just quick smoke coming out from Talon. I didn't think Tundra saw that. Don't see any pings. White one just staying in the middle. Oh, WS, he's on Saksa. Spear's there. Saksa's dead. It's a wicked sick life stealer. Hey, I'm now starting to get concerned for Tundra.
Radiant's top tower
Feels like
is under
Dracho
attack.
really hasn't gotten a chance to play the game. It's going to take an effort from Tundra to claw their way back. It isn't over by any means, but Tundra really have to be a little bit more disciplined. Like, I honestly a bit perplexed as to some of the plays coming out from them. Oh, Jokam. He's chasing BZM. And all BZM wants is his BKB. Jokam has friends on the way. Tundra do scan the gate. Now the scan in clips, so Tundra might be led to believe that there's no one there. But oh, Jokam walks under vision, gets burst. Mikoto misses the LSA. Hits the Laguna and the Dragon Slayer, but it's not enough to bring down BZM. He needed that LSA. It's also an amplified damage rune on the Lina, so that's definitely helping his case. Natsumi got the Radiance complete. He's moving towards the Zags. Zags is going to be really nice versus the Tiny, versus the Razor especially. You get linked and you just go inside the Razor and yeah, can't link your own belly button with your other Razor. WS goes in, panics. Does he get punished? Well, BCA walks in and BCA by now is Verbal Soxa there with the lasso and the Earth Splitter committed. They want Mikoto, the Earth Splitter won't connect. Mikoto running for dear life will eventually get brought down. WS did die also and Cuckoo will die of course. Natsumi runs away from these crimes and says, I had no part in that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jokam's back and maybe if Natsumi wants to have a go, they could try and make a play. They might just find Ratio. Ratio thinks that every camp is the same camp, and it certainly isn't. He's looking to DP out. He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. Okay, this is some next level shit. 33's gone for the Glimmer Cave. I like that. It is magic resistance. It's smart. I mean, it's different. And another pick off as Talon this time group up to kill their old friend from Southeast Asia, Whitemon. BCM's got to be careful. I mean, sure, he can turn and maybe burst down the Ricky. Mikoto keeping in. What's going on in mid? Mikoto, the creep dies, so Mikoto's boots of travels do not quite complete. Jokam hunting with the invis. BCM would be a great kill. Jokam just respecting the possibility of vision, and now he walks under a sentry. Can Tundra try and set up for this Ricky? Nope. Well, Jokam is walking into another sentry. And somehow they seem to know. Jokam knows, BZM knows. Everybody just goes back to farming. It's the Rosh that really matters, and it seems as if Talon are preparing for Roshan. This Roshan should be theirs, considering that it's spawning on their side of the map. Get watchers, pick up Lotuses if you can, push out those creeps. And both teams are scanning. I mean, the Radiant scan was for the consideration that Tundra were at the top. 33 making progress towards his Bloodstone. Isn't there quite yet. Did go for the Glimmer Cape. A small detour. But a needed one, I think. He's showing. I don't know if he's baiting. But they're gonna jump and this is 33 dead. 80 seconds without the Bristleback. This is a huge window for Talon. They can push for a tier 2 tower. They can definitely push. WS with the life stealer invested in him. This could be huge. I mean, for now it seems as if Saksa is the only possibility. WS blinks forward, but doesn't quite find the Bat Rider. Regardless, Talon should get themselves a tier 2 tower. The Tsumis gonna have to come out of the infest to do damage to the tower. But before that, a Tormentor. And And that's Cuckoo with the crystal slide or whatever that is. Slide ninja slide thing. And Talon? Are they going towards Roshan? No, they're deeping top. They do not want to go towards the Rosh pit. Instead, they're showing top. And now Tundra are like, hey guys, maybe we can have a go on them. If Saksa finds the jump though, that's the question. Yes, he has. He's found WS. He also did a command and they'll have this master draw. And Natsumi walks into this. Because of them, the LSA and the Nth blade, the Laguna committed as well. The invest there from Natsumi under the tiny, but it's not enough. BCM has the BKB and now Natsumi comes out. Turns towards Draccio. Natsumi is dropping low. That's a huge streak. A godlike streak taken away and Draccio gets all that gold. And a lot of that EXP. Make that a double as he finds the Ricky as well. Tundra. Oh my god. Mikoto and Natsumi overextended a tad bit. And well, it's Natsumi as well as Jokam that get heavily punished for this. I mean, my question is, why didn't they just go Roshan? Rosh was up and now Tundra moving towards the Rosh pit. Tundra moving towards the Rosh pit on Talon's side of the map. Mikoto is starting to TP in. He's got to be careful. He hasn't shown on the creeps just yet. He's flying away. Looking for one quick pick off. And he's going to have it. BCM dead. Nicely done. TPs are starting to come in from the side of Talon. I mean, it did take Tundra a lot of time to move across to this side of the map. They're going to back away. They're actually just going to give Roshan to Talon. Okay, it was a bit of a fake back coming out of Tundra. They're going to smoke in. Going to start moving back towards the pit. Saksa, can he find a good jump? Rosh, well, plenty of HP on Rosh. Talon, they've committed a smoke themselves. Both teams a little bit clueless. Draccio shows on the creep wave. Has the plasma field, they want him. WS, oh that's a beautiful initiation, but now Draccio does with the weakest heals, but it's not going to come down to anyone. Draccio staying alive, does manage to see some damage, but Natsumi infested in him, will ensure that he dies. Lasso committed, they get the Rikimaru, but there you go. 33 square 2 and 3 will take a lot of damage from the Lina, and now eventually Natsumi will pound away at him. Open boots committed, the Stomp is there from the Elder Titan, but Natsumi doesn't care. 33 with the Bloodstone, now turns towards Natsumi. BCM comes in with the BKB, with the toss, the counter should be enough. They'll find Natsumi and they'll have Cuckoo as well. Can they find more? They're looking towards WS. The BZM Tiny coming in at the right place at the right time, ensuring that Tundra get 2 crucial kills and they might just find one more. Yes indeed, they've got WS. BZM gets a double and Tundra, well, they can move towards the Rosh pit or they could just take down the star. Hexaxa is even now chasing Mikoto. They get the tier 2 and they're going back in towards the Rosh pit. Rosh will be top. That's the good news for Tundra. But if I'm not mistaken, Rosh is going to roar. And Talon, no. They could start moving to contest it. I mean, Mikoto's on his way top. One quick pick up from the Lina could be really, really nice. But could Saksa find the lasso? He's found the lasso. That's long enough for BZM to come in. You get the Bat Rider, but at what cost as Mikoto dies? 90 seconds without him. Dust onto the Rikimaru. He's dead as well. This is most certainly an Aegis going the way of Tundra. Mikoto did get a little bit greedy there. Wanted to do what he did down bottom. Find a pick off and retreat, but this time, no shot log as Saksa was ready. So was BZM. 33 in BZM in the Rosh pit. Yeah, Rosh did roar now. But Natsumi and the others have no interest in contesting this. Natsumi building towards the Silver Edge. Hesitating for the Bristleback. Bristleback's gonna have his lead. Guys, I just have to say this. This 33 game, it is as cancer, a bit of itemization. as is Roshan's banner. Hello. Yeah, it's as cancerous as Wraith Pact. I have to say one thing about that lineup is that they knew how to make an item that would cause a problem. And there are items which can just cause problems in the game. Like one of them is Aeon Disc. One of them was Wraith Pact. Another item is the Wind Waker. Like these items just change the game and change fights in the game more specifically. And this is almost there. Like this Glimmer Cape on Bristleback is low-key a dirty item. It's a cheese item if you want to call it that. It is cheesy and it's working. Okay, smoke up from the side of Tundra, 8,000 net worth advantage. How do they want to hold on to this? How do they want to close the game? BZM, he's got himself to 4 staff, so now the smoke screen will not be that much of an issue. He's also able to close the gap on heroes a little bit more quicker. Mikoto, since the Earth played no real progress, he's got his BKB, but yeah, I think he wants his X. Quick tormentor for the side of Talon. Tundra aren't really shoving out any lane quite yet. Dratcher, he's got the Satanic complete. This is a bit too much now. I mean, how do you bring down the Razor? He's just going to heal up with... I'm just not seeing the answer. Maybe the Lifestealer disarm. And the Earth Plate kind of helps, but does it? I don't know. He's like, do you need to get a halberd? Like, I'm really not sure how this Razor is going to be answered. I mean, you need to stun him and burst him before he presses any of his buttons, especially the Satanic or the BKB. That is possible. Andracho is known to be a bit free in his movements, liberal. But I feel like Dracho does that when he knows that his death will result in an objective for the team. He's not really throwing, he's making space. I mean, it's what he's not making. How do I put this? It's what Matu used to do exactly. He makes plays that really help the team. And although you know, sometimes you look bad doing it, it's not the most, it's not Radon gameplay, it's not pure gameplay, but it is a type of carry that's equally effective in my opinion. You'll have to wait and watch though, where life takes Dracho. He gets the DI that he's been looking for. Joe Cam in the middle of everyone, but BZF just goes on, tosses him out of position. Kuku manages to drop the Christian clone and get away. He's still alive. Sounds has the dust, and that's Kuku dead. Mikoto commits the LSA, but Sux has got his BKB. He's looking for more notes for Joe Cam. Joe Cam linked in, will get punished, will die. Mikoto can only watch, drops the Dragon Slave and runs away for dear life. And now where is WS? WS looks for the spear, doesn't get it. Has the Ogre Seal taught him? Flops away. Uses the Yule to dodge that Echo Storm coming out from the 18. Dracho and Tundra now with the Aegis hitting high ground. They're kind of... Oh, BZM! Don't allow this toss back. Let Mikoto toss out of position, but BZM pinned to the arena. Has got to be careful. He's going to end up dying here. That's BZM dead, but he's got the Aegis. Pinned again to the tier 4. They look towards the tiny. Can they bring him down a second time? Yes, they can. They did commit the glyph. That's BZM dead for 88 seconds and now 33 turns. Bloodstone committed. He's holding his ground with Natsumi. Wants to poke at Mikoto. He's got himself a Lincoln Sphere. 33 is just going to Glimmer Cape and TP. I mean, I don't think in the history of Dota has anybody ever said the words 33 is going to just Glimmer Cape and TP. This not normal behavior for a position 3 player. This not normal. Acceptable. Saksa though is in the middle of nowhere. That's completely unacceptable. Punished. Ripped to shreds in a matter of seconds. Natsumi fighting back with a vengeance. Talon do not want to make this easy for Tundra. And Tundra, well, they don't have an Aegis. They don't have a Tiny. It's dead though. Oh, they're gonna get clipped on the scan. Mikoto's making his way there. But Whitemount quick to save himself. That was his own Glimmer Cape.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm really loving how Mikoto is using the scan to try and poke and punish players. It's got the Lincoln Sphere complete, which is a little bit of protection versus the Batrider
Dire's
and the
bottom
Razor.
tower is under attack.
And now he's going towards the Yasha Kaya.
Dire's
I like the Kaya
has fallen.
Lena, especially with the shot. He gets to one-shot creep waves with the Dragon Slave. Yeah, she will, I think. Once she has the Kaya complete. Talon. Not out. Still in this game very much. Chokam has himself a Blink Dagger. Damn, it's kind of like near impossible to kill this quickly. I remember when Ricky's shard used to be a really long sleep dart that once he made Blink and sleep dart, you could just keep setting up for days
Dire's top tower
and never die. I mean, that's what the Blink Dagger allows you. Anyway, Tundra,
Dire's top
they're
tower
setting up
has
mid.
fallen.
They're smoked up and they're sitting at the racks. This is weird. WS is gonna get the shock of his life. Okay, that was so cool if that would have worked for Tundra.
Dire are scanning.
I think they actually needed Saksa to be there. Who's now got himself a moon shard
Radiant are scanning.
along with the Aghanim shard. This is some mad crazy. I don't know. Because it's quick for stream kind of stuff. Literally, like when Batrider carry was a thing, people used to do this. I'm really curious to see how much this works. Like, can it work? Do you need the plasma as well? You need a plasma, right? Ah, you go Remnant's Brooch.
Dire are scanning.
Well, Crasher is moving down bottom, and what awaits him is a Ricky Manu. Saksa has the gem. Oh. They didn't know. There's no logical reason for them to guess that Joe Camp is in the area until the smoke breaks. Where? Oh, Saksa. He guessed right, but he guessed right a second too late. Minute 30 until Roshan respawns, and Tundra as well as Talon are just gonna chill. Maybe not do anything too rash. Rash has got his Lincoln Sphere complete. It's gonna help him with the Lena. Simi and WS are kind of positioned to make something happen. Both teams angling for Roshan. Eventually. Crystal Clone doing its thing.
Radiant are scanning.
PCM, what's he got? He's got a force. He's got an eternal shot. So everybody's getting some kind of magic. PCM goes in, pops the Aeonders. Layer upon layer of poking away at each other. Oh, for a moment I thought he'd toss 33 at them. Luckily he didn't. I mean, those kind of tosses are also a bit disadvantageous because if you're not careful, you could just be setting up for WS to Arena Sphere. How's Saksa looking on this Moonshot Batrider? I mean, guys, you do not want to be trying this in your pubs. You're most certainly going to get reported. If you're not reported for doing this, it's only a matter of time. But it makes sense with the shard. I'm just wondering, like, if he doubles down on this. Roshan rose, the jig's up. What did Talon want to do? Jokam is getting some wards placed. He can TP to the tier 2. Can go through the gate, but Ah, this is interesting. Like, Talon just choose not to contest with that. Mikoto's got the Yashakai complete. I mean, this is like... What do you get? What else do you get? Hex? Is that what you need? Is Octarine a consideration? Okay. Jokam smelled something? I think he saw or knew where Dirachio was. Watching Jokam watch Dirachio. Watching Dirachio walk away. Dirachio walks away. Jokam doesn't do anything. He's waiting for someone to show on the face. So this is interesting. Talon are actually fighting them despite them having ages. This is... And Tundra somehow... What's even more amazing is that Tundra know now. Jokam did place his ward earlier when Tundra were going Roshan. So they're trying to fight around this ward. Tundra, they're going to pop the smoke and start moving. Where are they trying to go there? I mean, they've completely misread Talon actually. They think Talon is in their triangle, but no. Talon is on Tundra's side of the map. Anyway, this has been a long impasse and yeah, everybody's just going to go back to farming creeps or whatever. 33's got the Shiva's guard complete. The Glimmer Cape sits in the backpack. I hear a lasso. It sucks. He's found Cuckoo. Cuckoo's Aeon Disc will eventually help him get some distance. He does get forced off with Ratio chasing. They want the crystal maiden, but the real question is how heavy will they have to pay for it? Not that much. They get Cuckoo, they get the range barracks, and they get out. Well, they don't want to get out. Ratio actually wants to keep fighting. And that's why he gets nearly pinned to the barracks. Doesn't get pinned, but he's been controlled long enough to get burst down. Silver Edge hit up blind. Natsumi wants to bring down 33. Earth Splitter comes through. Cuckoo's there with the buyback. He hasn't really come into the fight. Mikoto tosses out the head plate. All of that though was enough for Tundra to get the melee barracks. And now Dirachio with his own BKB turns onto WS, stealing away his damage. Natsumi slowed down. Pops the Silver Edge and wants to reinitiate. Jokam blinks in. There. Helping a bit with that smoke screen. Now BZM pops the BKB front lines for the team of Tundra. Natsumi's got to be careful though. Sucks up, link forward, pops the BKB, doesn't get too much done. A couple of heavy misfires in this fight. Eventually they find Cuckoo, they kill the Crystal Maiden, and they pull Mikoto out of position. That was BZM in the toss. Natsumi's there with the Silver Edge break, but Mikoto's dropping. Yo, Mikoto dead. It's a bristleback axe which does the magic for Tundra as Mikoto dead for 96 seconds. Does have buyback. Another avalanche from BZM. Toss on Natsumi as he tosses the life steal out of position. WS held in place by that avalanche. As Tundra consider retreating. They can't take back and 33 knows it. Pops the Shiva's gun. Tries to work on a WS. BZM with the 4-star stays away from Mikoto. The Laguna Blade committed, but they don't have stuns. WS didn't have the Yule Scepter and was on cooldown for 3 seconds. WS though can look for more. Dracula this time throws his body forward. Steals damage, gets silence, and the damage is a bit too much. Dracula dead. 98 seconds without the razor. Buyback coming out from Soxa. Jokam retrieves the gem, but Soxa careful, mindful, knows that there's a Lotus Orb on the life stealer, doesn't quite commit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of a fight where Tundra, they got 2 diebacks. I mean, they forced 2 buybacks. They got a dieback, if I'm not mistaken, and they got a lane of flags. So the ages did work out for them. And folks, we're just 15 minutes into this game. It's going to take another 15. You can order your food. You can take a break. Hello, Becky Jones. Hello. Okay, quick smoke coming out from Sir Adolfo. He's just white man with a ninja game. Hey, I'm okay. Yeah, sure, you can ask me whatever you like to ask me. not looking for any artwork right now, but thank you. I don't mind you asking. Thank you so much. I'm not looking for any artwork. Anyway, repause in the game. WS, I mean, between a refresher orb and a Wind Waker. Jokam. In addition to the Blink Dagger, has got himself a Ghost Staff as well. Sir goes in, has to respect the BKB, gets the last out of Natsumi, eats a lot of damage off the way, but manages to stay alive. Natsumi pulled out of position, he's able to go in, but the range is there. Natsumi still alive and healthy, and Racho, well, the link doesn't last long enough. The link ends and now they turn towards 2. Got the Earnest, but they should be able to get the kill onto the Crystal Maiden. BCM will be dealing with him. The Earth Splitter elsewhere doesn't quite connect on anyone. Natsumi being chased, hunted down. Another link possibly from Racho. The arena is there. Natsumi's fighting in it. He'll turn towards White Cloud and with Mikoto's help, he bring down the Elder Titan. He invests into BZM. BZM slowed to a crawl, will pop his BKB, but elsewhere, Racho's managed to clean up onto the Mars. WS dead, and now BCM with a solid avalanche sets up for Cuckoo, but Cuckoo still alive somehow with the Glimmer Cape. 33 will eventually bring down the Crystal Maiden, but elsewhere it's Racho is with his own life. Mikoto being slowed down, he's got a Lotus Orb that's slowing down 33 as well. Jokam and Mikoto can turn, but the Bristleback is, well, not quite the best target in the world. Natsumi caught with the Stomp. Now WS being poked at by the Bristleback. They've caught 33 all by itself, but with the break from the Silver Edge, they might actually find the kill. 33 turn, shows his back, trusts the axe, runs for his life, has a Glimmer Cape, which he pushes out of his backpack into his active inventory, which keeps him alive. And now, BZM, with the open wounds upon him, nearly ends up dying. His own Glimmer Cape gave him alive, but there was Jokam with the gem, doing enough for Natsumi to get vision. But can he get the kill? Is BZM going to hang around for the Lotus? No, he's going to blink away and get the heck out of there. But Mikoto with the LSA was there at the right place at the right time. It's 4 dead from Tundra. Talon somehow hold on in that fight and win what could be a game-changing fight, in my opinion. I mean, 2 heroes on the side of Tundra have buybacks. The Razor and the Tiny have buyback, but I think this is Rax? A lane of Rax at the very least. Come on. Talon should get a lane of Rax. What? Mikoto's getting the outpost so reinforcements can arrive so that Jokam can TP in while WS holds the shield, allows Natsumi to work on the tower. Yeah, it looks as if Tundra might just lose the lane of Rax. Mikoto's cutting the creep wave as well. It's going to start working on the mid tier 3 tower. Cuckoo deals with the creeps in base. Ensures that momentum and equilibrium in the creep wave is favorable. 33, all he can do is wait and watch. 2 seconds under the clock to respawn. Natsumi's got to be careful. The melee barracks dead at mid. Range barracks are next. Natsumi's going from the link, it's there. And they're going to do a clean disengage. And PCM's career. Where the hell was that? I don't know. PCM just lost her Reaver. Oh, okay. He's getting his blink upgraded. Now, this Roshan is the interesting one. It's interesting because if Tundra don't make it, I don't think they're going to make it. They're going to be on the back foot. What is it? He's got an Axe Scepter. What do you get the Axe do? You give it a Cuckoo? Are you going to be mad? Or are you going to WS? Give it a Cuckoo. It's fun. Please, please give it a Cuckoo. Please, please. They're doing the sell the Ags and get more gold kind of thing. Yeah, look, I know I was being very hopeful with the Crystal Maiden Ags, but okay. Well, networthly is for the first time in a long time in favor of Talon. And where the hell have Talon gone to? Okay, Cuckoo's gone back to base. Sumi's out there. He's got the nullifier and the deadlist now. Real hope for Southeast Asia. The possibility of a big upset here. As Tundra did take the game a little bit lightly earlier on, I feel. There was that 18-minute mark where, you know, they all had various timings and they thought that just one hero's timing or just two heroes' timings were enough for them to group up. They didn't wait for success. I mean, I don't know. The game could still be won by anyone, but it is commendable to see the kind of comeback from Talon in this game. The last fight did definitely help the WS had buyback and could reconnect with his team. Mikoto still has an amplified damage rune. WS goes in and gets popped out. There's the lasso. It's on the Ricky. The Ricky's dead. Can buy back. WS has got the life stealer invested in him. Use Diogo's heal totem. Who does he want to go for? Spear misses, but Natsumi's out. Saksa Pops being heavy and runs with their Dracho. Stealing damage, bringing down Cuckoo and brings down WS as well. Dracho with the double kill and with the Earth Splitter. Well, the Earth Splitter wasn't even needed. They found Natsumi. Natsumi's respawning. He's almost certainly dying. He's got no one by his side. Natsumi dead. Dracho with the double. Tundra are back. Oh, what a back and forth game. This game, it's been wild. Well, Tundra, they have once again shifted the equilibrium of this game. They've got themselves the Roshan banner, and that's going to help them push the top lane. So both teams now equalize in terms of barracks. Hey, Tundra could just go for tier 4s. Hello? They know this. They know this. I think they're going to play it safe. They go for tier 3s, logical. There is a glyph as well for the Radiant. And Talon are going to pop back here. BCM is got the Oxygen. And it's an entire combination of spells from Mikoto, but he's still alive. Manages to blink away. He's alive and healthy, and now Tundra, they have super creeps and they're going to reset. BCM doesn't die. But damn, that damage. Nearly 4,000 points of damage from one Lina. That is insane. It seems as if we'll be taking a break for everyone. They get the next set of neutral items. We see a Seer Stone, the Force Boots, which... Oh, the Force Boots are so good for Dracho and 33. I think it's one of the more bonker items. I mean, does BCM get a Giant's Ring? What does BCM get? Apex for Saksa? Sorry, Arcanus Armor. Pirate Hat for Whitemount. That is nice. Mirror shield. The lack of force boots on the side of Talon is a bit concerning. This is actually huge, the Arcanus armor. Okay, so we have one Seer Stone, which was...
Radiant are scanning.
Wait, what the hell is this vision? Why am I getting so much vision? Okay, I don't know.
Dire are scanning.
Still some heroes without tier 6 items. Tier 5. BZM got it. Tosses out the Lina. Lina, we go to running with BKB, but look at this. Sucks up the blink and the moonshot just brings down the Ricky all by himself. Now they don't do it. They go to no save for the Lina. The Lina dead. They go in on a Cuckoo, but it's Dracho who's working away on both WS as well as the life stealer. WS dead, will buy back Dracho. He's at the fountain. Somebody stop this man. Mikoto will try to, but it's 33. Gets himself a triple kill. Holds his ground, shows his back, and brings them down in their own fountain. This is just ridiculous. Somebody's gotta stop this. 33 goes in for more. Wants WS. They'll get the kill. BZM with one auto attack does the trick. And 33 still hanging around, having fun with his sports moves. He looked towards Natsumi. Natsumi, well, infests into Whitemount, brings down the ED, but it is a GG. Well played. Tundra have managed to come back. This game has swung as much as a white man on Epstein Island. One of the greatest comebacks by Tundra, and that Talon, they've got to feel bad. Well, we take a bit of a break. We'll actually see what's coming up next. Liquid Yakult, Nigma Gaming. Okay, I'm gonna have to check what Seb is casting, and I'll try and cast what Seb is not casting.